some call it cockiness. Some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. And we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Texas A&M about to put it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Give it on the inside. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the 1st. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Keeps looking downfield. He'll get rid of it. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. The opening drive, nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and, you know, they wear their great out.
There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Snap it to the back. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Pulls it in. It's Messer. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Aggies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, Those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Got a man. It's Thomas. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he's got it inside the 10.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
They're working that left side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Two running games so far. Dominant on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. He wants to change this route. From the gun, the ground game. Powers through the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air on second down. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot.
He uncorks one deep. Caught at the 25. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback
breaks into the open. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Sooners are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Barnett. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. Using his feet. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. The extra point here would tie the game. He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well. It stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands because when he's got it, man, he can kill you.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Gonna run it. It's Price. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. quickly to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
He'll sneak and try to surge forward.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
The Aggies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on 1st down. The quick out. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Here comes the heat. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big 3rd down conversion.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. 1st down and more. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Wants to adjust the pattern. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? It's a draw. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now they regain the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Unleashes one. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Owens. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And they finally get their 1st sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Here's the pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Looking for the 1st down. Texas A&M lines up on 4th. He wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up by 32 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The give out of the gun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Messer. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Messer. There he goes. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. Live by the blitz, get hit with a chunk play on the blitz too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun to give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy's attention again.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Might be changing the route. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Aggie. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in the clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Coming out with it, it's Sategna. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This drive from their own 18-yard line. A quick pass to the left. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Barnett. Finds his man, it's Robinson. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Leaves it with the back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it set up on the outside. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab on the left. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend him. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The run to the left. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Pressure coming. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll pull it down. Finds a crease at the 20. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive.
Looking to take a shot. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Pocket breaking down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And then third play, now we're sitting in third and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Sends his first. call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and you're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Tatum. Breaks into the open. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
How do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The run from the shotgun. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Direct snap.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Barnett. With the catch, it's Robinson. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? A lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
And the Sooners have it with a first and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No, well, nobody's got him.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
He scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. To the ground with the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll try it again. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Aggies! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
No doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
They want to go for back-to-back scores. They're lining up for the onside kick. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's the Tegna. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.